Hey everyone, it's Michelle from the Marketing Junkie podcast. And in this video, I want to share Kathryn's story with you. Now, I find Kathryn's journey with a membership site so inspiring because when she signed up for Stu McLaren's Tribe program, not only did she not have a membership site business, but she didn't even have an idea for a membership site business. And now she found this amazingly creative way to serve women over the age of 50 and really give them a more holistic vision of self-care. And this was all based on what she was doing in her life to feel better. And I absolutely love these kinds of stories because you don't have to be an expert in your field. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to have this large audience in order to make a membership site work for your business. So Kathryn has some really amazing tips about getting started, and I'm so excited for her to share her business with you that mixes subscription box physical products with an online digital membership. So here's Kathryn's story. Hey Kathryn, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Michelle. I'm happy to be here.
All right, I'm really excited for this conversation. So let's start off by telling everyone what your membership site is and who you are and who you serve.
Okay, so I'm Kathryn Holdforth. I'm the founder of JK Naturals, which is my e-commerce website, and also the Changed Woman Experience membership, and that's my membership site. Sorry, what was the other question?
So who is your membership or your products?
Sorry. Yes. So the membership is for women around 50 and over,
Okay.
Most likely going through perimenopause or menopause. And so do you want me to just explain what the membership is? Okay, sure. So it is a subscription box membership, but yet so much more. There's the physical box of products that they'll get sent to their door every month. And that consists of 1 to 3 products that I personally make for them exclusively. So I've been making natural organic products since the mid 90s. So anyway, I make those products just for them. They're not, you wouldn't find them necessarily on my website. And then I usually add 1 to 2 products from other vendors, also handcrafted, preferably local, but also preferably women-owned businesses. And then, so they get that box every month. But in addition, they also get like, it's kind of, I guess you would call it a digital membership, where every month we have guest speakers. They have access to the private Facebook group, and they also have access to a library of yoga classes and guided meditations. The whole idea is that it's a holistic self-care subscription box model. So it's not just getting a box of stuff every month. It's stuff, it's products that are made just for them to feel special and loved, but also all these other assets that they have access to that will help them try to implement self-care regularly, because women don't tend to always do that for ourselves. We're always giving to others, and then we have nothing left for ourselves at the end of the day. So I want to change that. So that's the membership.
I love it. And I love that it is so much more than products, because a lot of people have heard of subscription boxes, but a lot of people have this misconception likely that it's just about the products and there's no personal touch. There's no additional value that you can provide. A lot of my audience are parents, and they serve parents of younger children, and they're all looking for some way to make a unique subscription box. And something that I always recommend to them is you can add a digital component. So that's exactly why I was so excited for this conversation today. So let's just talk logistics a little bit. Do you hand package all of your subscription boxes? What are the steps that you go through in order to get those in the hands of your customers?
Well, so I probably do a whole lot more than maybe some other subscription box models, because I'm the one who's making the products as well. So it's actually a big production. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do every month, which I find very exciting. I love doing that because it's a surprise and delight. They have no idea what's in their box. So in order to do that, I have to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to make them? And then I have to order the ingredients and the packaging that it's going to go in, and create all the labels. So there's all that. And then I make the product, put it all together, and order from other vendors if they're going to be included in the box. I put the box together. It's usually around this time. I'll be putting the box in the next couple of days because I like to ship it out around the 27th of the month. I have a couple of people in Canada, so it can be a up to 2 weeks to get there. So yeah, and then I package the box up, ship it out to them. And then at the beginning of every month, like on the first of every month, they'll get a new schedule for who the guest speaker is, the schedules for, because we have been doing in the past, I don't know if it's going to continue this way, but we have been doing the live yoga class on Zoom, which is also then recorded. And now we've got a nice library of all these classes. The guided meditation is always audio. So that's a nice library collection as well. And I forgot to mention, I am going to be including another section in our membership site for healthy plant-based recipes. So yeah, so it's a big production.
But it really is, I mean, a holistic view on self-care. So I absolutely love that. And I love, a lot of people see product-based businesses and they automatically assume that, you know, you have to go and get a warehouse right away. So it's good to see that, you know, you can start a little bit simpler. So
Yeah.
kind of diving in a little bit deeper, what is your current price point for your membership, and what's your ballpark around how many members you currently have, just to give people an idea?
So my current price point is $85. Keep in mind, everything in the box is handcrafted, whether it comes from me or another vendor. So it's always a little bit steeper in price because of that.
I thought you were going to say like $300 a month. So
yeah. Well, in addition to, you have all these classes as well, right? Because you could get a yoga membership and there's $100 a month just to have a yoga membership, you know? So I think it's a pretty good deal. What was I going to say? Oh, I have about 20 members currently.
I love that. Awesome.
And I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, it's, I love when I was kind of in that same ballpark of numbers, it was really nice because I could give people such individual attention. I was able to give so much support, and that just led to people telling more people about my membership, and it kind of grew from there. So I love
it starts off like a family, right?
Yeah.
And that's that small. Yeah.
Exactly. So when you took Tribe, because I know you took Stu McLaren's Tribe program, what year did you start taking it in?
Last year.
Last year, me too.
2020. Yeah. So just, I would say this time last year, although maybe it was a few weeks before, around this time last year, I hadn't even heard of Stu. And then I was on somebody else's email list and I thought, you know, got intrigued by it. So I clicked on it and joined the similar to what he's doing now, the free workshop. And I mean, he's such a likable guy. It's hard not to just say yes to everything he's offering, you know, because you can tell he really knows his stuff. And I'm sure everybody else feels the same way. I feel like he's a person of integrity. So that really comes across, and I was, okay, I'm all on board. I'm signing up.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I know for me, I had this one like aha moment in the free workshop, and because I'd never spent that much on an online course before, to be honest. And I remember during the workshop, he kind of said, you know, if you can just get 20, or if you can just get 8 people to sign up for your membership at $25 a month, you can more than make up for your investment in Tribe, as long as you just keep them for a year. So that's when I was like, wait a second, I can find 8 people that I can help and that I can serve. And that's at least going to make back my investment. So that was kind of my aha moment. But did you have one of those moments where you were like, a membership site could work for me, or yes, I need to invest in Tribe? Did you have that kind of like moment that I did?
Yeah, I definitely did. So I was not even thinking, what could my membership be? And like you, it was a similar thing. If you could only get 8 members, it would pay for this course. And, I was observing in the private Facebook group, I was observing all these people who were actually doing it because he was talking about the founding member launch, and people who, like me, hadn't even taken the course yet. And they were already just implementing what he was teaching just in that free workshop. And they were crushing it. And I'm like, okay, well, this looks like it could work. And being an owner of an e-commerce business, that is a real struggle, let me tell you.
Yep.
So I don't know if you're, did you say your audience is
Brick and mortar, yeah,
mostly?
but they
Yeah,
all
so
have
I think
online
it's kind of the
components
same.
as well. Yeah, they
Yeah.
all also participate in e-commerce, so they know that
Yeah.
they know this.
So I think it's kind of the same. It's really hard. So I sell organic personal care products. One of my biggest sellers is my deodorant. So imagine, I make, so I'm in like Whole Foods in Northern California, but on e-commerce, you come to my website and you order, let's say you just order one deodorant. That's fantastic. So I ship you the deodorant, but now I have to sell it to you again. And then I also have to find somebody else to also want to buy it. And then so you have all that marketing. And anyway, it's a real struggle to just try and keep the momentum going and selling the one at a time stuff. So when he was talking about the memberships, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I could see how this could work. And funnily enough, um, so this was last year. So I had already been through a year of going through changes in my own body and finding ways to feel better, not just because, well, you don't know, you look very young, but one day you're going to get there. Unfortunately, and you're tired all the time and your body's changing. Your mind wants to do so many things, your to-do list, but your body won't allow you to do it. And you can't sleep at night, and the list goes on and on and on. And so I had already implemented all these things that help where I was already feeling so much better. I create my own superfoods blends, and I was doing yoga and I was practicing meditations. So then it just kind of hit me one day when I was thinking, what could I do for a membership? I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Why don't I just do this and help other women feel better as well? So that's when I thought, okay, this could be something. And I was so happy about it because when I started it, uh, you know what? It's a recurring revenue that I get every month. And I know, especially being a product-based business where I make my own products, like I said before, I would buy all the ingredients and the packaging and then try hopefully selling them all, right? And so now I know how much to buy, both in ingredients and packaging. And I'm not wasting anything because my stuff is high quality organic ingredients. They have a shelf life. So I'm getting to order it, put it in a container, like mix it up, put it in a container, and then send it out to these women, and they love it. And it's just an automatic every month. I know the minimum that I need to make. And so it makes so much sense on so many levels.
Yeah, I
So.
agree. And I find the stories most inspiring, I think, of people who didn't even have a membership site idea before they joined.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a business or maybe they had a passion that they were like something they were doing, like you said, in their own lives. A lot of people have this misconception that they have to have a membership idea before they join, or they need to be an expert in their field. But I think it's so inspiring when people just take something that they're passionate about, and kind of figure it out along the way. That's one of my favorite things about Tribe, is that all the different stories inside are so unique. And I love hearing the stories of people who didn't even have a membership site idea. Maybe they had a business, but no clear membership site idea going in. So that I thank you so much for sharing that. So I know you're in Tribe again this year. And I always say that I'm so excited to be a part of the group again. It's so energetic, and I love the breakout rooms because I like forming those deeper connections But is
Mhm.
there like a particular part of Tribe that you're looking forward to most this year? So far, everyone's given a different answer. So I'm curious.
Oh, really? Okay, so I'm not sure that there's one thing in particular. I just love the whole experience. I love the vibe. I love the content that Stu gives. I think that I'm going to walk into this with being amazed again and learning so much more because you can only take so much in, right? So, and even though I took in a lot last year, I learned so much. I think that, every time you go through it, you're going to learn even more. And you also learn from other people. The thing that I love about Tribe the most is actually the community. I love the community. I have made so many good friends. I think it's 3 or 4 different accountability groups that are all from Tribe. And every single one of them, they're all women, but every single one of them I didn't know a year ago. And now I feel like if they were, not COVID times, but if they were lived down the street, I would definitely meet them for a glass of wine. That's how close I feel to them. It's really, everybody's so supportive. I have joined a lot of courses and spent a lot of money on courses. And I'm members of other, so part of those courses have their own private Facebook groups. But I have to tell you that Tribe, hands down, has got the best community, hands down.
I agree. Everyone is so, again, I always come back to that word energy. And I love that you use the word experience because a lot of people just think that it's just another online course that you take kind of passively, but they call it a Tribe experience for a reason.
Right.
And it's just, you can't go through it and not be inspired. You can't go through it and not feel re-energized. Like it's a huge breath of fresh air. And I love the time of year because it's spring and it's just, I get so excited for it now that I'm going in as an alumni. And I also agree, but something that because it was the biggest investment that I had made thus far in my business, but I was able to see the return on investment so quickly from Tribe that now if anyone offers me a shortcut or offers me a way to get results faster, I so freely sign up for courses
Right,
and
right,
programs now. And while I agree that none of them have really been quite like anything like Tribe,
Mhm.
it was really the first experience where I was like, oh, my time is a lot more valuable than my money. I can always make more money. So this
Right.
really taught me that even if something's a few $1,000s, if the person knows what they're talking about and they're a person of integrity, and I know I can make that money back. So that was kind of my seal breaker on my bigger investment courses, but I have
Right.
signed up for a bunch since then. But Tribe was the first one where like within days I was one of those people that did a founding members launch right
Oh,
away.
wow.
I mean, I already had a membership site, let me clarify. So what I
Mhm.
did was instead of trying to get brand new members to a new membership, I basically said, listen, I'm restructuring it to make it better. And I offered people a one-time lifetime option because
Mhm.
some of the people that had been there had been with me from the beginning. And I launched my first site in 2016. So they had been with me through the ups and downs. So I felt like I kind of owed it to them. And they're just so free with their support and their information. So I like having them as permanent lifetime members and not having to worry about never having them be in the group. Um,
Right.
but I saw the return on investment back immediately. So
Mhm.
I love that it's not, yes, of course, growth and sustainability in a business takes time, but you're going to make your money back as long as you do the work, show up, and be part of the community. So thank you for
Definitely.
bringing that up. I love
Definitely.
the community.
And I like how Stu structures the course too. If I just add this really
Yeah,
quickly.
absolutely.
So I completed the course within the course timeframe. I think, was it 8 weeks?
I think
Is it
it's
eight
10
weeks?
weeks because there's two
Pardon me?
accountability weeks, right? Or two,
Right. So
like,
I love that he had like they would release the what is it, the module, and then for that week I think they released it on the Monday, and I would actually keep up with the work, and then was it every other week or every two, whatever it was, they had a break where anybody who was falling behind had a
yeah,
chance to catch up. And I thought that was brilliant. I love that
yeah, that
because
was really
I
helpful.
completed that was my goal. I thought, okay, I'm doing this course because I had done other courses but didn't complete them. I'm doing this course and I'm going to complete it because I don't know, he just has that ability to motivate you to stay on track.
Yeah, and last year, and I know he's doing the same thing this year, so I feel comfortable teasing it, but I love how last year you unlocked different surprises when you
Right.
complete a different module. So you couldn't
Right.
actually access some of the bonuses and some of the little gems that he hid inside the course until you finish. And to me, that was super motivating. I also have trouble completing things. I'm the queen of like starting everything and
Right.
sometimes not
Well,
following through.
you're
So
human, just like all of us.
yes, but this was one experience that really just, again, you can't go through it and not be so inspired that you just have to
Right.
complete it. And there's so much energy that even if you're feeling a little bit down or feeling lost, a lot of my audience, either I usually have like two kind of different audiences. One are young parents, and then one are people that are generally retired who are looking for their next business venture, but they're not sure if they're tech savvy enough for a membership site or if they, need an audience when they get started. So a lot of my audience is kind of looking for their next thing. And I always
Right.
say, a membership site is something that you can start from scratch. It's not a lot of work to get 8 members to pay you $25 every single month. A lot of people feel like they have to spend all this time and money and energy coming up with tons of new content. And while you do personally hand make your stuff, a lot of it, you also have that digital library that you can kind of lean on. So I
Right.
love that mix of different mediums.
But yeah, if they have a brick and mortar store, they can use whatever's in their store. It doesn't even have to be a physical product, you know. I think that even if they don't have an idea of what they would want to do for a membership, post it in the Facebook group because you'd be surprised how many you just say, listen, this is my situation. This is my brick and mortar store, what I sell. Any thoughts on what I can turn it into a membership? And people are so giving of their time and their, creative thoughts, and they come up with ideas for you. It's really, really great.
Yeah, and I love the free group that Stu puts out there, but there's really nothing that can compare to the paid community of people
Oh,
that
no,
have
no, no,
like
no.
invested their time. Like a lot of people think, well, why would I join? Why would I care about the Facebook group when that's, 5,000 people, but I have 55 or I think it's up to like 60,000 people now. When I have access to all of them here as well, but the vibe and just the community and the paid Facebook group to me was night and day from any sort of free
I
community
agree.
I've been a part of.
I agree.
All right. So, do you have any membership site goals for this year as you kind of go through Tribe?
Do I have any what? Sorry?
Any goals or anything you want to work on with your membership?
Yeah, I'm currently doing a challenge that hopefully will get me some more members. I didn't think it all the way through when I'm the one doing all the making. So I'm stumbling my way through trying to figure out how to also be out there trying to get more members while also serving up my current members 100%. So I'm slowly figuring it out, which is great because I feel like I've learned so much. And so I'm currently doing it starts this Friday. It's a 5-day recharge your energy challenge. And yeah, so hopefully I can gain some more members that way.
Awesome. I love it. I love challenges. I'm doing a lot of challenges this year. But okay, one last question. So
Yeah.
if someone was on the fence about Tribe and they weren't sure if it was worth their time or their money, is there anything that you would say to them or maybe your past self when you were thinking about joining, but unsure if you wanted to take the leap or not?
Well, because I come from the experience of I've done a lot of expensive courses. I've sunk a lot of money into my business. I will have to say that this was the single most best investment I've made in my business. And Stu has that. I believe it's 2 weeks where you can start the course, and if it's not for you, it's 100% money back guarantee, that's really important, because
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be in the course to figure out if this is for you or not. But I think it's worth, trying. I don't know that, he always talks about memberships are the way of the future, and they're actually happening now. Everywhere you turn, there's a membership. So I think you need to get on board sooner than later, is what I would say,
Yeah.
because you want to be one of the first, not the last, to
Yeah.
do stuff.
Absolutely.
Right?
I always tell people the best time to start this would have been, back in 2017, 2018, but the second best time is now. It's this year.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
very excited for Tribe this year. I can already tell there's already like 1,300 people in the Tribe experience for 2021 that already signed up again as alumni. So I'm super excited. I can already tell it's going to be a great year. And I'm really excited to watch your success and learn more about your membership.
Thank you so much.
So where can people find more about your membership?
It's jknaturals.com. And then the membership itself is called The Changed Woman, and it's under my menu bar. It shows up there, but it's on my landing page as well. But it's jknaturals.com is my website, and then the Changed Woman Experience membership is the membership.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.